choice goes for Junkyard. Now, one of his specialties is called the battle bus. And yes, as exactly how you think it might be, it actually takes a bunch of people in a giant armed up bus and drops them off in front of the enemy's base, and it's a pleasant surprise for whoever's receiving.
I don't see anything pleasant about that. All right, we're in game here. It looks like we've got red zone again as the map. Once again, starting off watching Jimmy here. Pretty standard opening build on his end, going with a War Factory. On CoCo's end there, you want to let us know what's going on, Jason?
Sure. So right away, because obviously the workers double up as both the harvesting and then the builders. In this case, CoCo made a choice right away, right? He went for War Factory and also the barracks at the same time. So that being said, he's doing very, very heavy presence at the very beginning. You're going to see a lot of units come out right away. He immediately gets his workers from constructing right back to harvesting almost immediately. So right now you can see that on the bottom right corner as well, if we're on CoCo's camera here, it looks like he went immediately for the oil derrick again. And that's going to be something where he can just boom really fast in his economy. He already has 2 production structures, the War Factory and the barracks. So he's going to start pumping out units very, very soon. As you guys see, he has selected the War Factory at the moment. Looks like a battle bus is coming. He's creating the timing here. He's trying to make more units out of the barracks first before he front loads the cost of the units for the battle bus. So right now, when that battle bus comes out, he can load up all of his units all at once and just make that big surprise for the Jimmy Tran playing on the opposite side here.
Exactly. Wow, we have completely different look at the APA faction in this strategy. So this time, Jimmy coming out not with the scouting units, but already with a different type here. And I don't want to spoil it too much. If you're following on the APA side, you can see what's going on. Still deciding to be aggressive at this state, smelling some weakness here, and deciding to capitalize it. Not only is he going for the heavier tanks that you see there on your screen, he's also looking to expand at the same time, which CoCo is aware of. There we see the battle bus on the patrol, running away, making the decision to keep going for the base. A very early base race going here, it looks like.
Yeah. CoCo knows he cannot hang with that, right? He has a lot of the rabble soldiers in there, which do great damage towards the worker and harvesting line of Jimmy, but at the same time, it doesn't do good against tanks, so he doesn't want to go against them. And it looks like CoCo immediately is looking at his harvesting units to try to attack it. He might be a little bit on the ropes because he wanted this strategy to work so badly. And it looks like right away what he did was use the bunker strategy for the battle buses. They can automatically become stationary and never go back to the vehicle station and move around the map, but at the same time they get a bonus in armor, and then that way they can become a permanent structure and basically just damage the opponent's harvesting line like he just did right there.
Oh, that was definitely an interesting race to the peon line at this point. I don't know who's getting the better of who at this point. Both players focusing on taking out as many the workers as possible. Like I said, this is a more viable strategy, obviously, in this match for the APA, because last game when they were against EU, as I said, the EU harvesters are actually flying units, so they can't be attacked at the start of the game unless you can hit air. And there's not as many units that can hit air.
Yeah. Now, it looks like they're going back and forth. Each one of them are hurting each other's harvesting line, right? Jason CoCo here is really getting hurt on his harvest line. Almost all of his workers are gone. In fact, he just built one and is getting harped on again. And it looks like Jimmy is on the 2 chevron veterancy. As soon as he gets to the final veterancy tier, that thing's going to be a beast and really hard to take down. As you guys just saw, he's loading up another battle bus right now, and that battle bus has a special unit surprise in there that tends to detonate. So a lot of the times, if you see that kind of play, you got to run away, and Jimmy's doing a great job of it and trying to make sure that his unit stays for that last chevron to be the max veterancy.
Yeah, just to explain veterancy in a little bit more detail. So veterancy is it's a rewarding mechanic for the units that an individual unit that you have kills. So meaning, as your tank is racking up those kills at this point, I'm not sure that we have a counter on there, but at this point I'm sure he's probably slaughtered at least 10 of those workers at this point. For all those kills, he's gaining rewards, and that's what veterancy is there. So the double chevron is an indicator of increased attack speed. the green health sign is indicator of increased life regen, or actually the unit is life regenning at this point.
Wow. And it looks like Jimmy did not like to lose. I mean, he's bringing in the pain. Those Warlord tanks are just demolishing and making it really hard for Jason CoCo to come back. Right now, he still has that high veteran seed Warlord in the back, that Warlord tank. He's just saving it to make sure he can get that last chevron with it. And right now, I'm not sure if CoCo can retaliate. Looking back at Jimmy's base here, it looks like they're really.
No,
that's it.
This looks like GG. Our professor shaking his head there. He tried something a little bit riskier, just couldn't pull it off. I'm sure he'll blame the matchup or something like this. But you know, he had the right idea, and there it is. Defeat for CoCo. Handshake between the two. You know what? Let's see how much time we have here. You know what?